Hello there, Rochelle here with Dreaming English, and today I'm going to have a conversation with Vineet. He has a YouTube channel called IELTS Vineet, and there he helps people study for the English exams that they would need to take if they want to move to an English-speaking country. He helps them study with things like idioms and slang, different things that you would need in the speaking and the listening part of the exam. And we also talk about my channel where I focus on the comprehensible input method and much more. Are you ready? Let's go.
So, my name is Vineet. I'm from India, Delhi. So I've been bottom in Delhi only, and currently I started my YouTube channel. Actually, I started 2 years back with a hope that because I wanted to learn English and I wanted to make English learn to more people. So and that's how it all started. But because I was working at a customer service, I was working in a BPO industry for the last 2 years. So this whole thing of YouTube started as a part-time job for me, and just to learn more English, and just to help other people as well, who are from non-English speaking background, just to help them with the better grammar, and just to how the things work. Helping them with the idioms, and that's how it all started. So I began in 2019 with that hope, and currently I have about 132 subscribers with me. So I'm just hoping, just to gain more subscribers and to help people with their spoken English. So that's how it all started. Currently, I'm working in a customer service department. I've been in this customer service profile for last 2 years. So currently, I'm working with at a full time over there. So that's how it all started for me. And
Excellent.
yeah,
Excellent.
yeah.
So I'm Rochelle from Dreaming English, and I started also almost 2 years ago. It
Mhm.
was really an idea of my daughter, who is now 11, who wanted to have a YouTube channel, and I said we could do it if it was educational. And we were studying Spanish at the time, but I didn't feel like I could teach Spanish because I'm not that fluent in Spanish. So we thought we could teach English, and we got the idea from another similar channel and have been doing it for 2 years. And it's I do work full time as you do, so it's kind of a
Mhm.
hobby for me. I'd love to grow the channel, and I've really enjoyed doing it. I think it's given me something else to do during the pandemic, as I'm working from home right now. Still, I work as a well, I'm kind of like a teacher. I advise students in a high school and help them apply to college and help them apply to get financing from the government and from the colleges for their college education. So that's my full-time job. And this has given me something to do when, I'm not usually, I was driving my kids around all the time. So during the pandemic, I haven't been doing that. So it's been enjoyable. And similar, like I know you've done some videos on idioms. That's one of the things that I'll do.
Yeah.
I'll make some videos on different kinds of idioms, because I think that's like an interesting and something that's hard for people to understand if they're not a native speaker. So yeah. So can you want to tell me about how your channel and how you teach English on the channel?
Actually, the main motto of my channel is to help people who are preparing for IELTS exam.
Mm-hmm.
So because I've given IELTS 4 times in my life, so I know that what are the I know that exam inside out, how the problems and struggles are there for people who are going to appear for that particular exam, because that's something that really helps people who want to migrate to English speaking countries like US or Australia or even to Canada. So my main motto was to help people preparing for IELTS. So often I just if you have gone through I mean if you have gone through my channel, or if anyone might want to visit my channel, they might see that I'm often share the writing tasks for IELTS, because there are certain sections in IELTS. One is speaking and another is reading and writing. I haven't started with the reading one yet, because that's something that is because I haven't been that much in particular. I haven't scored that much. I haven't scored that much good in reading, but most of the videos are often regarding the writing sections and the speaking sections. So I often share the idioms and slangs as well, because I do have a knack for idioms and slangs. I often like, because that's something that is being used by native speakers as an informal language. So because and it also pays off if you often go to that English speaking country, and you must know how native people speak in their day-to-day life. They use idioms, they use slangs. So that often helps you, if you're coming from not non-native English speaking background. So I often share the videos. So I mean, it's not that it's just that I've started the thing. I just want to make it grow, and
Yeah.
it's eventually. The people would just see my channel, and eventually it would grow. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the right time to. Oh, I have to just put in the videos and help people as more as I can. Yes, so actually, I've also gone through your videos, and I found out that you use very unique technique, of
Yeah.
teaching English. Yeah, you have been putting up the videos for idioms and slangs, and you use a very unique techniques to help people. So
Yeah.
can you just
Yeah,
brief?
so what that
Can you
is
just
called is it's the idea is called comprehensible input method. And I think it was I think there was a Harvard professor or some professor that kind of like spoke and did a lot of writing on this like back in the 1970s. And the idea is to just make content that is very easy to understand using drawings and using hand gestures like the boy spoke or I'm looking at you and stuff, and drawing the different things to make it easy. So if you didn't understand any English, that you could watch one of those super beginner ones and you would understand what I was talking about. So I got the idea from somebody doing videos like that in Spanish. And I thought, my daughter and I thought, and she loves to draw. If you have ever seen any of the videos with her, and she's actually very good. And we thought we could do something like that. So the idea is just to make things that are easy and not teach grammar. I understand you're teaching grammar because you're helping people prepare for the exam, right? I think
Yeah,
that's what.
actually, most of my videos most of the videos which I put up in my channel are mostly related to idioms and slangs.
Oh, okay, idioms and
And so
slangs,
that
right?
the people who are preparing for the spoken English, they might be, it might be easy
Okay,
for them to just to connect to the native speakers.
okay,
And
yeah,
also, yeah.
all
And
right,
another videos which I often put up on my channel is the writing task, because I
okay,
found that because I found out that writing is something that is not I mean, most people don't find good scores in writing when once they go for the exam. So they often have this feeling that they might not score 7 band or 8 band, and without scoring good bands in writing, it's very impossible for them to migrate to English speaking countries, because there's a requirement of getting 8,777. I mean,
okay,
listening is something that most people might find it easy, because there's a lot of material of listening. There's a lot of
listening.
shows of HBO, and and nowadays there's Facebook. So there's a lot of connectivity. People might see the shows and the
Yeah,
channels as well. So it will be easier for them to practice listening. But for writing and also speaking is something that's very hard to get the material. So that's how my main motto is, to bring more writing videos,
okay,
and so that I can help them in speaking spoken English and writing as well.
okay,
Reading is something which I wanted to put up more videos, but I'm not sure about the reading part, because each individual has got their own
hmm,
pros and cons as far as reading is concerned. They have got their own strength and weakness, and
hmm,
reading something which the individual has to put up his or her own hard work. Without
yeah,
reading, I mean, even the examiner can't help the person, he or she, because if he or she is not putting up the efforts to do the reading is something that is very natural. It's you have
yeah,
to put up your own work. The examiner can't help you. And even the more videos, I mean, it actually depends on the individual, how his or her reading skills are. So
yeah. I've
But
actually read a lot about, it's actually like somebody that wrote a book in English, and it's about just how people get better at reading. I think it's called the Read Aloud Handbook. And one of the things he said is that people get better at reading not by filling out worksheets and not by writing, but they get better at reading by reading. And one of the things he said was that actually people in Finland, they really love watching television, and they like to watch a lot of American television. So the only way that they can watch it is if they can watch it with the subtitles, because they can't understand the English. So they get really fast at reading because they want to consume all of this American television. So one of the things, he's really talking about how to help your children be better readers. So he said, if your children are watching television, anytime that it's on, have the subtitles on, and just to be exposed again and again. And so I kind of think teaching reading on YouTube might not make so much sense, except to just encourage people to have the subtitles on. I end up just using the YouTube subtitles. They're good enough. I use them when I'm trying to study Spanish, and I always have them on. And I always have them on, like when I'm trying to study Spanish, I always have them on in Spanish, not in English, because it's not going to help me to read a different language. If I'm trying to, the target language is Spanish, then I'm going to listen in Spanish and I'm going to watch the subtitles in Spanish. And I would say that would be the best thing to really focus on for reading. I'm not an expert. I do work in a school, but I'm not a teacher. I'm not an English teacher, but that's just my humble opinion. And from the idea of being a better reader, and then to get back to the idea of the comprehensible input is just really trying to teach people how they learn naturally their own native language. Like babies don't learn grammar. They learn by listening and watching and getting the context. So that's really the idea of the videos that I'm making, is just trying to make it very, very easy to understand.
yeah, definitely you have made a very valid point that, one has to just keep the grammar aside when he or she is speaking. Because if you want to become a fluent speaker, you have to just put that grammar side.
Right.
I mean, beside you. It's not that you have to just, once you are speaking English, you have to just speak whatever words comes out of your mouth.
Right.
It's not that you have to just think of the grammar or tenses
And
once
you
you are
don't,
speaking,
exactly.
because that will not help eventually.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I've seen a couple of videos. I mean, couple of videos on YouTube, and I've also been part of the Quora community. So that's the website that helps people who share their experiences.
Okay.
So I've read a couple of articles, and I've also come up to this conclusion that if you have to become fluent in English, for any speakers whose English is not their native language, they just need to speak English. I mean, they have to read out the sentences loud. They have to stand in front of the mirror in order to improve the English. And the more they will speak in English, I mean, they will be getting better at it.
Absolutely.
So at the end of the day, I know you have to open up your mouth. You have to speak. And that's the best practice that you can get. And once you just put this fear away, that whatever mistakes you are doing while speaking, once you put that fear away, even if you are speaking with the native speakers, eventually you will get better at English. Eventually, So that's how the things work. You have to put that fear away. So that's eventually the final conclusion for me, that you have to speak up. You have to put that fear away of speaking English. Even if you are making mistakes, it's okay, but you have to pretend that you know English as a native speaker.
Well, I enjoyed talking to you, and I'm definitely open to doing this again in the future if you'd like.
Yeah.
So, yeah.